Rus grew powerful, but the princes couldn't stop fighting each other. Conflicts over land and succession divided the kingdom. These divisions slowly weakened Rus, making it vulnerable to outsiders. Then came the greatest threat in their history, the Mongols. Led by Bata Khan, they attacked Rus with unmatched power. Cities burned, armies were destroyed, and millions died. The Mongols were unstoppable. For more than 200 years, Rus lived under Mongol control. Heavy taxes crushed the people, but the Mongols brought new administrative systems, military tactics, and trade routes that deeply influenced Russian development. While older cities struggled, Moscow grew quietly. Its princes collected taxes for the Mongols and used the wealth to expand their power. Slowly, Moscow became the most important city in the region. Ivan the Great united the Russian lands and stood against the Mongols. When he refused to pay tribute, the Mongol era ended. Moscow became the center of a new, independent Russia. After Ivan's death, Russia collapsed into chaos. Foreign armies invaded, harvests failed, and impostors tried to take the throne. Russia almost disappeared during this dark period known as the Time of Troubles. Finally, the Romanov family came to power. They brought peace and rebuilt the nation. Under their rule, Russia expanded across Siberia to the Pacific Ocean, creating an empire that stretched across 2 continents. For 3 centuries, Romanov rulers modernized Russia, built powerful armies, and created stunning cities like St. Petersburg. But they also faced rebellions, wars, and growing pressure for change. In the early 20th century, war, poverty, and political unrest led to the Russian Revolution. The Romanov dynasty fell, ending the empire forever. Russia entered a new era, shaped by revolution, struggle, and transformation. Kiev became one of the richest cities in Europe. Traders from all over the world, Byzantines, Arabs, and Vikings, came here. Rus built strong armies, stone churches, and created early laws that shaped their society. Everything changed dramatically when Prince Vladimir the Great converted Rus to Christianity. He invited Byzantine priests, built churches, and introduced written language, art, and huge cultural reforms that still influence Russia today. Before Russia existed, the land was filled with endless forests, icy rivers, and ancient tribes. Slavic people lived simple lives, farming, hunting, and building small wooden villages. They had no idea that their homeland would one day become one of the world's greatest powers. Everything changed when the Varangian Vikings arrived. These fierce warriors traveled deep into Slavic lands through river routes. Instead of destroying villages, they took control and organized the tribes. Their leader, Rurik, became the founder of the first Russian dynasty. Under Rurik and his successors, a new state called Rus emerged. Novgorod became the first major city, a place of trade, markets, and rising power. Soon Kiev grew even bigger, becoming the heart of the new kingdom. Under Rurik and his successors, a new state called Rus emerged. Novgorod became the first major city, a place of trade, markets, and rising power. Soon Kiev grew even bigger, becoming the heart of the new kingdom.